G'day, everybody. Welcome back to episode 5 of Chinwagging with Choppo. It's been a huge week for the lads, actually, and it's a pleasure to be back here creating another episode. So it's good to have you all, and I hope you enjoy this podcast and we improve a little bit on last week's performance. So first of all, any concerns from the lads? Start with Rat. Yeah, too easy. No, I think we'll just quit it there because that's dry correspondence. And we'll start.
Hang on. I've had a few queries from the public that are questioning your position on the podcast, Rat. So you got to pull up your game this one, all right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're on thin ice, mate. So pull your head in.
Oh, shit.
All right. We'll start us off with our first question. This could be very controversial, I think you could call it. And that is our thoughts on abortion. So who knows what's going to be said here, but we'll start us off with Tip again. We'll see if he can start us strong this week.
Yeah, look, well, I'm all for abortions because, you know, us young blokes, we go slipping our slugs around. So sometimes you might accidentally let a load go that you don't mean to let go, and yeah, you got to somehow get rid of the pregnancy if we're too young like ourselves. So I'm all for abortions.
And just on that, Rat, what part of you thinks that you're too young?
Oh, I think I'm too young to be a father right now. Not quite capable of balancing school, work, sport, and being a father all in one at the moment. Maybe give me 3 or 4 years and then, yeah, I'll make a good father.
Imagine if you're strolling around school with a little son named Timmy under your arm. Imagine those things.
Timmy Timmy and Tippy.
G'day, Timmy. Welcome to school. All right. So we'll move it off to Barney now. What are your thoughts on it, Barney?
Yes, but it should have limitations. So it shouldn't be just out there for anyone and everyone. It should only be for people who have been raped, in my opinion. So people like Johnny.
Very good opinion. I think that's actually a very good shout. But so we'll move it on. And Bo,
Right,
what are your
and
thoughts?
under 22, I reckon.
Go again.
I'm with Tip too. Once a wise man once told me when I was out at the river camp with the lads, he's actually from Melbourne, I can't remember his name, but he said, don't try before you buy. So that's just stuck with me and revolve around that. So I'm all for abortion.
Can you explain that? Try before you buy.
Don't try before you buy. So that's indicating women. Don't try her before you wife her up.
Very
so if you
good.
accidentally...
Go on.
Thanks for the clarity.
A bit of mute just happened or something.
No, I was done.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Right. Yeah, very good, Bo. Very good remembering. So now we'll go to Sam. Who knows what's going to be said here, but what do you got for us, mate?
Nah, I'm not in a silly mood, Millsy. I think it should be allowed, but I think it's just shame on you because I know as a person who's been put in a few situations, mental control is a strong suit. And I believe if you are accidentally releasing, you just don't, your mental capacity to pull out is just weak, and shameful. I've absolutely muffled my words here, but
shame on you for having a week.
Shame on you for finishing in it. Have a bit of respect for the woman you're with, and that's my thoughts on it.
Yep, very good. I think I could probably combine every single answer and it'd make a good answer. I'm happy with every single one. I'm just going to say the exact same thing that Barney and Rat said, so I might as well not even say it. Anyway, moving on, we've got our thoughts on star signs. So once again, very big topic. And if Tip could just sort of explain to a few viewers that don't know what a star sign is, that'd be good. Thanks, Tip.
Yeah, so your star sign depends on where you're born, like when you're born in the year. I'm actually not sure what the time periods are, but I think it's about a couple of weeks in each month, and it's labeled as a star sign. And there's all these different theories about each thing. So I'm Sagittarius, so I'm not even sure how to say it, but yeah, apparently we're cheers for that, Johnny. Johnny's just thrown up a star emoji. Yeah, so I'm supposed to have these values and beliefs of some kind because of my star sign, and that's what they are. Anyway, I'll start, Millsy. I think they're a load of shit.
Why do you think they're a load of shit, big boy?
Because no person can be based on their star sign for, not sure what I'm trying to say here, but people's personality traits can't be based off a star sign. Like when you're born in the year, you're born as who you are, and that's your personality, you know.
Yeah, that's
So,
I couldn't agree more there, Tip. I think that's a very good point. How about Bowden? We'll go to Bowden. What are your thoughts on it, mate?
I think it's a load of crap as well. But there's one thing that's always stuck with me. Mine, I had a look at mine and it said loves his mates or something. That was like one of my things. But that's just, wouldn't that just revolve around anyone? Everyone loves their mates. So
yeah.
they're just based on simple things that are with everyone.
Yeah, very good analysis of your star sign there, Bo. I think they do just use pretty simple information and chuck it on there, and then people have a big hissy fit over it when it says what they're feeling, and I think it's quite bullshit. So anyway, Barn, what are your thoughts on it, mate?
Rubbish, Millsy. Absolute rubbish. Whoever made it up should be absolutely shot. Just looked after in some sort of way, because the rubbish that he makes up I look at the newspaper one and wherever you freaking find them, but it's just ridiculous. And yeah, anyone who follows or believes in it should be sorted out as well.
Fair enough, Barney. Very good response, actually. And now we'll go to Johnny again. Hopefully, you can provide us with a bit of an eye raiser.
Let's break the word down first. We've got star and we've got sign. We all know what a star is. A star is a star. Then we've got sign, and a sign is something that provides instructions or tells you what to do. And I believe that's what these star signs are doing. They're not what you are. It's instructing you what to do. I think people are getting too caught up in the whole identity of their star sign, head up their ass type shit. And I think it's just a bunch of bullshit, as Barney said, and they're just fake. They're just fake.
Yeah, look, up there with one of the best responses I've ever heard in my whole life. And although you've been out of action for the last 48 hours, I think that's extremely incredible that you've pulled that one out. So very good, Johnny. And personally, yeah, again, I think it's a whole lot of rubbish, like Barney said. I don't know how you think that you can actually believe in this stuff. You're not born in a section of the year, and then how the hell are you supposed to, like, sort of, I don't know what I'm saying anyway, I'll move on. All right. Oh, geez, this will be an interesting one. What's your favourite word? Oh, shit. All right. We'll go with Barney to start us off. What's your favourite word, mate?
You've thrown me under the bus here, but flabbergast. That's a good one.
Why is this, mate?
I don't know. It just sounds cool. Rolls off the tongue. Flabbergast.
Yeah, look, I'm happy with that response, actually. Sounded like bloody Google Translator, but anyway, Tip, what's your favourite word, mate?
Just before I say it, I need to give a shout out to Marcus Barbagallo for the suggestion, this topic suggestion.
Marcus Hahn.
Biz, nick off. Shout out Biz, now nick off. Oh, Sam FNX. Yep, cheers. On YouTube. Nick off.
He's happy with that as well. Good on you, Sam.
He loves that. Anyway, yeah, so shout out to Barbs for the topic suggestion. And my favorite word, I had in my head about 5 seconds ago. Now I've lost it. Go to someone else, and yeah, I'll let you know in a minute.
Righto, Bo, what's your favourite word, mate?
Mine would probably just be plain and simple, just like fuck. It goes with a lot of things. You can mix and match it with a lot of things. Just goes well with everything, I reckon, Millsy.
Yeah, that's actually a very true statement, Bo, and I'm happy with that one. Johnny, what's your favourite word, mate?
I don't know. I got a few. I like the word moist. I think it sounds nice. Good descriptive word. I like the word kerfuffle. When you're in a bit of a kerfuffle, you know, it's just nice to say. I like the word end. It just joins a lot of things together. End.
Sammy, can you give us moist in a sentence, please? Is there any...
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We're going to have to take a moment to settle because, Tip, what are your thoughts on your favourite word, mate?
My favourite word is scissors. Don't know. Just
Now, this is why people want you off the podcast. Rubbish answers like that. Scissors. What? That's not a word. That's a noun.
Yeah, I'm flabbergasted.
Wait, he said one word, not fucking three.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry about that, but I just looked at the scissors and scissors it is.
Oh, all right. Personally, my favourite word would probably be nosh. I don't know, because it's a bit of a noshy. And
Yeah,
that's
no shit.
all I got to say.
A good one, Millsy.
All right. So this one right here is probably a little bit too soon, but we're still going to run with it. And that is, what is your closest near-death experience? Now, probably be rude not to start with Johnny. Yeah, whatever. We'll start with Johnny.
Yep. Fresh off a hospital visit. Proof is in the pudding. Got me a little wrist tag there. Yeah. So I just I was having a swim at Aqua Moves, and anyway, I got out of the pool. Just
What were you doing at Aqua Moves, Johnny?
I was training to be. Oh, here's a funny story. Actually, I was training to be a lifeguard, and ultimately, I got saved by a lifeguard. I got out of the pool after doing a swim, and my brain just couldn't handle it. And I was vomiting everywhere, fainting and shit. And I spent the night in hospital. So that's probably my nearest death experience. That was last night to the Choppinators out there listening.
Very, very good, Johnny. And look, we're all with you, mate. We're all very concerned, and yeah, it's good to see that you're all right and back in form, mate. So we'll go to probably Bo now, and we'll see what his closest near-death experience is.
Millsy, I was just explaining this one to the gym at Barney. You can't do that.
To the gym at Barney.
That's what I said.
No,
to Barney at the gym. Cheers. Go
on. When I was a young fella living back in my old hometown, I used to go pig hunting with the old boy. And there's this one time, it was about probably 42, 43 degrees. Oh. And the old boy went for a run to try and catch his other pig. And I stayed at the ute. And then I thought to myself about 5 minutes later, I wanted to go with him because I was a bit scared. And I step out of the ute and I see 15 meters away a pig that would have weighed 110 kilos fucking staring at me. And we locked eyes. I had a bit of a run and I've hit it with a little goose hop back in the rugby days. And it kept running. So that's my closest experience. Getting done by a pig.
Yeah, look, that's a very interesting one, but very scary as well. So good to see you all right and you're still kicking and you're still here today. So Rat, what's your closest near-death experience, mate?
Before I start, I got to apologise to Dad if he's listening to this. But back when I used to go camping, well, I still do, but I went camping and we had the old boat and Will Burnett, shout Burners, come up with this idea called the log jumper. And we turned we turned my boat into a stump jumper. And every single log we see in the Murray River that come out from the bank, we had to absolutely launch over it in the boat. And, it was a bit of fun all day. And we started getting our confidence up, going, geez, we can jump a few big logs here. And saw a big one out the corner of my eye. I looked at Burners and Burners looked at me and he goes, hit it. So it's standing about a metre out of the water and the boat's not very big. And anyway, I've given it a good rev, launched up the log and we've sat in the middle of the log and the boat's sat up. And it's rocking this way and it's rocking that way. And then the boat flipped back and we landed on our heads and got trapped under the boat. And I had to push it back over. And yeah, so we nearly drowned. But I got out, swam under a few snags, pushed the boat over and got back in. So,
yeah, look, that's actually quite an crazy one there, Rat. How old were you when this happened, mate?
Year 8, so 3 years ago, 14.
Yeah, geez. You two would have struggled back then flipping the boat back over.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah, unreal. All right, moving on. Barney, what's your close near-death experience?
Yeah, well, mine's actually a recent one as well. I was explaining it to Bo earlier on. So this was in lockdown. Decided to go for a bike ride and had the AirPods in. So I was going down the bike track and there's this magpie pecking at me helmet just the whole way, being an absolute pest of a thing. Anyway, I come to an intersection and there's a car waiting at the side, just not driving anywhere. I'm like, what's this dickhead doing just sitting there? Stopped. What is he checking me out or something? I don't know. I was real sus. Anyway, meanwhile this magpie's pecking at me ear, bleeding down to my ankles, and I take off, get to about the middle of the road. I see this little Mitsubishi car about to take me out, so I slam on the brakes, put the fingers up to wave sorry, and it went past. If I didn't look left, I would have been gone. So I'm lucky I'm still there.
I mean, if Johnny.
Yeah,
No, it's a very intriguing story. Magpies can be dangerous.
Moral of the story is don't wear your AirPods.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I actually don't know if I've had a near-death experience. I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Party pies.
Yeah, true. That was a bit of a damage to the old belly. But anyway, I've been trying to think the last 5 minutes and I actually can't get one. So it's a bit silly, isn't it? So anyway, we'll move on. Sorry to the viewers, because I actually don't think I've had a near-death experience. If anyone's watching and they think I have, just comment, Anyway, Scott, who's a bloke you'd like to fight? Now, Tip, we'll start it off with you, mate. Who you got, mate?
Look, I actually find you a bit cringe, Barney. So I fight you.
Yeah, look, we've got a bit of a fight night coming, I reckon here. Tiffany's PT Barney are gonna put the gloves on and go for a 6-round match. So anyway, Barney, what are your thoughts?
Better book your doctor's appointment early then.
What are your thoughts on this, Barney?
Well, I was going to go another member in. Oh, now I've got 2 fights to go in between the members of the group. I actually want to fight you, Millsy. I've been eyeing you up for about 1.5 years now, and I think our time's about to come.
Yeah, look out. You'll have to put on a few kegs before you get in the ring with me, mate.
Got to get to the same weight division.
Exactly right. When we get to the same weight division, I'm happy to stick him on and have a bit of a punch on. But other than that, until you get there, mate, let's get it. All right. So, Johnny, who would you like to fight, mate?
I'd like to fight Drake. I actually think he's a big time pussy. I'm not a huge fan of his music. He does have a few bangers here or there, but I think overall he's shit at music, overrated as fuck in my opinion. And I'd like to just absolutely bash the shit out of him. He's a pussy.
What do you think of his little love heart thing in his hair?
I think he's a pussy, Barney. I would love to absolutely punch him in the throat. Moving on.
What type of fight would you want, Johnny? Like a bar fight so you could glass him, or like just a boxing match?
Oh, just a street fight. I don't need it to be clean. I just want to land shots on him. Any means necessary. He's a pussy.
All right, I think we've got the main message, and that's Sam thinks Drake's a pussy. So, Bo, what are your thoughts, mate? Who would you like to stick him on with?
Me and Willie Chambers actually been plotting something that's been in the work. So whoever you are watching, if you are watching, 70 Gogan's the address. Come up to the house, you can get the smoke. You fucking snitch. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or your whole family. I'll still suit up and have a crack.
I'll back you to the heels, Boggy.
Yeah, all right. Too easy. Personally, I think I'd like to fight Mike Tyson. I think he was pretty overrated in his time, and I think people have their time, and he's too old now. And I think I'm in about the same weight division as him. So if we could just stick the gloves on and throw a few at each other, that'd be good fun. So that's who I'd go with personally. And moving on, this question could have very different answers, and that is, describe the colour yellow to someone who is blind. So, Bo, what are your thoughts on this one, mate?
I really wouldn't have a clue. You're stitching me up here, Millsy. I would probably say, fuck this question off. It's impossible.
Keep that in.
Right.
I was about to say it's bright, but they don't know what. Do they know bright and dark?
Yeah, actually, that's a very good, very good.
They're blind,
question.
so they can't see anything.
Yeah, so whether you can find your way around this, and I think the one person that will is probably Sam. So we'll go to him and see what he's got to say.
I don't know how to describe the colour, mate. Probably. Look, let's break down the colour here. Whenever you're in doubt, you got to break it down. So yellow, it signifies, I guess you could say, happiness. So, and what do you relate to yellow? Banana. So I'd say feed them a banana. Put your cock in their arms and yeah, I don't know. That's what yellow is.
Yeah.
Fuck this, mate.
Oh, I'm gonna have to compose myself here. Rat, you've got the LEDs on yellow. What would you say, mate?
Same as Johnny. Like yellow signifies happiness, and so I just tell him, be happy. And yeah, that's what the color.
You're describing the color, not giving him a mental health freaking rundown.
No, I don't know.
Look, this question hasn't been the greatest.
I reckon I got something, Millsy.
Go on, Barney. What do you got?
I reckon so they can still hear, right?
You'd hope so. They're
Yeah.
blind.
They're blind, but they can still hear. So I reckon sit them down and get them to watch an episode of The Simpsons, and then just tell them to picture them, because The Simpsons are all yellow.
Yeah, but they would have heard that before, that The Simpsons yellow.
Maybe not.
True.
But like, how do they know what yellow looks like if you say it's yellow?
You picture a Simpson.
But how do they know what the Simpsons look like? Geez, I could go on all day.
Did you tell them they're yellow?
I say we mislead the poor bastards. Tell them it's a dull, dark colour. No one likes it, and it's barely around.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, don't mind that.
I'm glad I asked the question because I wouldn't have an absolute clue on how to describe it. Probably
Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face and tell him that's what yellow feels like, Millsy.
tell them to smell the roses. Tell them that's what it bloody looks like, because I wouldn't have a clue.
Let us know in the comments how you would describe it.
Very good plug, Rat. Right, and our last question is, what's 2 things aside from food and water would you want on a deserted island? So we started off with Barney. What would you want, mate?
A female. And just to keep me occupied. Nothing else. Don't read between the lines. And wait, what'd you say?
Only one thing, so I don't know why you're thinking for a second. But anyway,
Didn't you say 2 things?
Yeah,
no,
you said 2 things.
2 things
Yeah, you said 2 things.
aside from food and water. What would you take on a deserted island?
Yeah,
So
2
one
things.
thing or 2 things?
You said 2 things besides
Two
food.
things.
Yeah.
Do 2 things, please.
Yeah,
This is so easy.
yeah, right. We'll run it 2 then. I
Right.
don't even think that's what
Female,
whatever.
Okay, so a female or just anyone, just to keep me company, because I might get a little scared. And I'd probably take a plunger.
What did he say? Nah, look, if you'd like to run us through why you want a plunger on your deserted island, that'd be handy.
For obvious reasons.
Bang.
Obvious reasons. Like, you need to take a bog, so maybe you. I don't know, John.
You're gonna plunge it off the sand.
You need a plunger. You just never know when you need a plunger.
Wow, that's
It's
shocking.
multi-purpose.
That's shocking. Let's run it again. So Barney, why would you need a plunger on a deserted island, mate?
It could be useful. It's multi-purpose. You can use it in the water. You can use it for your own needs. You
can use it on the sand.
You can use it for sand. You can use it for trees, and you can use it on your female.
Let's go.
Yeah, look, a little bit different with it, but anyway, I'm happy with that. And we'll go to Tip now. What would you want, mate?
I'd take a fishing rod, a fish. That can give you something to do all day, because you can literally fish all day. And I'll take. You can't take the lads, can you? You can only take one thing, can
Yeah.
you? I'd take you, Millsy. A fishing rod and Millsy.
Cheers, bro. Anyway, nice selection. Bo, what are you taking, mate?
It's a pretty simple game, Mills. You take a boat and some fuel and drive it back to the mainland. Simple as that.
It's actually a good one, Moggy.
Say what, he's outdone us there, hasn't he?
How much fuel?
Much, mate. Probably
Just enough.
one jerry can.
Oh,
It's a big
shit. You'd
thing.
want to hope that gets you home, mate. Otherwise, you're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Anyway,
Start.
he's actually outclassed us here. And
But that'll be
that's
three things.
very good shout, actually.
Myself.
Paddle yourself in a boat.
Yeah. I don't know. It was actually quite clever, I thought.
You better hope you're with the tide then.
Go,
Mate,
go.
I just love outdone you. You worry about your you worry about your plunger.
What is
Hey,
going
it's
on?
multi-purpose.
Johnny?
He's answered the question. It was a good answer. Move on, Johnny.
Yeah, right. Two
Righto,
things.
chopping block.
A gay person and a homophobic person, just to cause a lot of tension. You know, a bit of danger, keep me on my toes, and just for a bit of entertainment. That's what I'd bring to a deserted island.
Oh, Johnny. I can always back you in to say the most stupid shit that makes everyone laugh. But yeah, very interesting approach. But yeah, whatever, Johnny. So personally, I'd probably take a portable shitter. Seeb's doing it in the bush. And then what else? Probably a shovel, so then I could venture out and shit in the bush every now and then.
So contradictory.
Yeah, so that's probably what I'd do. Be a bit fun. And yeah, so that is probably about all we've got. We'll have a few shout outs. So we'll start with Barney. Any shout outs, bro?
Yeah, actually a bit of a sad one. So Mitchy Dodos, he's notified me that his pet goldfish died. So shout out to the goldfish again, getting a run 2 weeks in a row. And the Dorp.
Yep. So, Bo, any shout outs?
No shout outs, Millsy, that I can think of at the moment.
Johnny, any shout outs, mate?
Shout out Nick Minakosi.
Tom Bruin, any shout outs?
Yeah, Darth Backway tried to give me a couple of topics at school today, but none of the lads wanted to speak about them. So shout out Darth.
A fucking shit does.
At least he's having a crack.
Yeah, you're right, Darth.
Yeah, just keep working the angles, Das. Nothing wrong with it, mate.
Look after your mates.
Shout outs. No shout outs. Right. Thanks for tuning in to the 5th episode of Chinwagging with Choppo. Hope you enjoyed this one. We've appreciated you sticking around for the whole episode, and make sure you like and subscribe and get around the Instagram. Cheers for coming.